Today I'm going to share with you 18 tips to make your base game builds pop up. With that said, let's hop into the build. I'm going to build a family home to show you how to utilize the base game possibilities in the most efficient way. First, define the size of your house and make it visually interesting from front. What works well are a couple of bump outs sticking out, which will make the base for the roof in the future. Next, define the color scheme of your house. What works well are neutral palettes such as white, black, beige, shades of blue. Try to stick to 3 colors maximum for the best result. When choosing windows, stick to the same style. The same colors, the same pattern, the same shapes. I also like to add garages into my builds, for the visual interest and also for the realism of the build. But be careful here, once you raise up the platform, you need to even the terrain that the garage is not floating above the ground. Now you see me building a gallery. It's not a must, but if you know my builds, you know that I rarely miss an opportunity to build one. I might be biased since I have a gallery in my house and I love how this works and looks in every house. Sometimes I like to build this huge door from bottom till top. To achieve this, build 2 diagonal walls, put a spandrel in between, choose windows of your liking, and voila! To build a mudroom, you don't need a kit. Just choose the kitchen cabinets and place them in the same way. I've always preferred natural materials: wood, stone, soft wool. So for the kitchen cabinets, I chose updated base game cabinets in the dark wood with golden accents and marmor top. Dream Home Decorator has this stove top, which we don't have in the base game, but we can recreate it by placing an expensive stove into the kitchen island. The same way how to recreate the built-ins in the kitchen. These won't be functional though, but I will have the videos where I can show you also the functional built-ins. With this build I was very much inspired by the mid-century, so the colors will be also bold. I will use orange, which I normally never use. I will also use the dark walls, which I normally never use. So let me know in the comments if you like this color scheme or if you would prefer something more neutral. As the next, build your shelvings in. It looks much more expensive than the standalone shelves. To recreate a climbing plan, place the one you see on the screen on whatever surface you choose. You need to delete the walls behind first, otherwise the plan will be clipping. Afterwards, start to clutter your shelves. A decorative tip from me: don't overclutter the shelves. The individual pieces will stand out much better when there is just a couple of them. It looks more intentional and structured. Now, in my experience in real life, an office room is often used as a guest room. To recreate a sleeping sofa, take a bed of your choice and connect it with the sofa. It's fully functional and adds new element into your builds. I've also added a computer and a painting aisle because we all know your sim needs money. I'm trying to make my builds as realistic as possible, which means I'm putting the rooms there which might not be used in the base game. However, in real life they will totally be there. As for example a laundry room, which I'm going to build next. And here's a tip for you how you can build a washing machine. You will need a kitchen counter, preferably white, but you can choose the color whichever you like. Next, we need to delete walls behind it and I'll place aqua glow pool light into the counter as a replacement of the washing machine door. Put the walls back and clutter the space with whatever you will find fit for the laundry room, and there you go! Your own laundry room using just the base game. To recreate a seating area in your mudroom, just take an ottoman and place it with the key 9 up on your cabinets. I've also changed the colors of them to match better the whole aesthetics of the house. And now moving to the winter garden, which is very typical to the area where I live. The curtains in the base game have either the ugly pole or are not connecting in the middle. You can fix it with a desert lux kit, or you can recreate it using just regular shelves of the base game. As a general rule, you can make any space looking 100 times better with correct decorations. Just go into the Sims 4 gallery and choose piece of art which you will like. The mirror I've chosen works so well for me, and I can imagine in real life looking and admiring it. As usually, I will link the creator's name down below in case you would want to use it in your own builds. The next I'm going to share with you is not really a rule, but it helps when you're building. You should totally have in mind for how many Sims you want to have a build. That will define your layout, that will define how many rooms you actually want, how many bathrooms you will actually need. You can see me building it for obviously a family with at least 2 kids and maybe a grandparents which can share the room down in the office room which we discussed previously. Now you can see me decorating a bathroom and the whole upstairs floor. Notice that I use the same color scheme or similar color scheme to the one which we have downstairs. If you want to have a cohesive space, don't deviate from the color scheme you established already once. Otherwise it will look like you're in a circus and nothing would really match and your whole house will somehow look off. I actually had so much fun decorating the upstairs. I'm having fun in general decorating the kids' room. When I was growing up, I was sharing a room with my sister and I always wanted to have my own room. So in The Sims, when I can recreate it or I can decorate it in so many ways, I'm always enjoying myself, especially if I'm doing the older kids' room. However, for the younger kids, I'm also enjoying this a lot. Because how great it is when you're a small kid, you have your own space with your own toys, no one is taking from you, you don't have to share, and you can just close the door and be in your own kingdom. In The Sims 4, we all know that the baby and toddler are 2 different things, have 2 different needs, and for the gameplay need separate rooms. That's why I've created shared bedroom with the baby and recreated a changing table, which normally you would get with the Growing Together pack. Just use the same trick with it in the seating area of the mudroom. As a design element, I like to separate the room with the open walls and create extra space for walk-in closet. I wanted to have a vanity table, which we don't have in the base game, but you can make it by choosing the mirrors, deleting the walls behind to avoid them clipping, and once you position the mirrors as you want and close the walls, select the colors of your choice, and there you have it. With my recent Barbie build, I was enjoying building a closet. So what I've learned was use a tall cabinet, take an open coat rack with clothes, position it as if it's a built-in, and hide the colors of the shelves with a new shelf which you will enlarge and select the color which you think fits better. I've also cluttered more the space where we will change the baby. I was thinking if I will have a baby, most probably I would want to have everything near. For those of you who have in fact a baby, leave a comment if I did it correct or if you would prefer to have the space for it someplace else. Moving along in decorating the bedroom, I placed 2 nightstands with the lamps next to the bed and then I placed a rug under it. A general rule when it comes to placing a rug is if you have a bigger room, the rug sits under entire bed and the nightstands. If you have a medium room, the rug starts under the bottom 2/3 of the bed, leaving nightstands off. And if you will have a small room, use 2 rugs on each side. Now in the place where I live, it's very common to have a winter garden, and that's exactly what I was thinking when I created this space. I placed the planter boxes all around and the hanging plants which we do not have in the normal base game, but you can find one in the debug menu when you write BB show hidden objects and afterwards BB show live edit objects. Truth to be told, a lot of items there do not have the names, so you need to really scroll and look one by one, but you will find so many items which came with the other packs which exist now in the base game in the debug menu. Now moving along in the build, I'm decorating the garage with the items which might be useful for your skill building, as we all know is important in the Sims 4 gameplay. Getting outside of the build, I decided that the family definitely will have a pool. I firstly tried the standard pool, but it wasn't fitting to the overall vibe of the house, so I decided for this rounded pool, which is again very typical for the place where I live. You can get this type of pool in Bauhaus, Baumarkt or this kind of shops, without the need to really dig through your garden to have a huge pool. I was also thinking what might family need when it comes to outside, and definitely they will need a grill, they will need a place to sit, some decoration around. You will also see me lifting up the platform to put the bushes all around. Also a tip from me, when you will do the bushes around the house, don't have the platforms up, otherwise it will clip and it will not be so near. So always have the platforms down first and afterwards place any landscaping which you want or into your build. And tip number 18, once you are done with adjusting the height of your house, adjust the terrain in front of the garage to give it a smooth entryway. And with this tip, we are slowly heading towards the end. You will see me now landscape the place around to give it a nicer woman touch. What I don't have in the build are the paintings which I used at the end. I'm sorry for that, but if you will stick with me until the tours, you will see what paintings were used also with the creator's name. They fit so perfectly to the house, so I'm so sorry that I didn't show it while I was building, but definitely you will see them at the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, for staying with me. Don't forget to subscribe that you will not miss the content like this in the near future. And with that said, see you next time, enjoy the tour. Bye bye!